I really struggle to know what to say about you, Mom, as a remarkable woman, a grandmother, a friend, a confidant. You are truly a maverick. As Stacy said, a true pioneer. It's not easy to capture in words how you shaped our lives, but let me simplify by making this a thank you to you. So thank you, Mom, for being the first person in our family to go to college, the first woman to break many barriers, to insist on getting your master's degree, to insist on getting a doctorate, and to bring into our world that women could be whatever they wanted to be if they were willing to work for it. Thank you, Mom, for showing us what true love looks like. Your relationship with Dad was exceptional. We witnessed not only a deep love and respect between the two of you, a willingness to grow intellectually, to laugh together, to have a friendship together, to have fun, and that you loved us. You cared about us above all. Thank you for being a powerful role model for Stacy, for Scott, for me, and for your granddaughter. Thank you for standing up for civil rights. You were groundbreaking in that way. And I remember when I was a little girl, my mom taught at Wayne State University, and one of her students sent her necklaces that said peace and love, and thanked her for exemplifying both of these qualities. Thank you for showing us what it means to demonstrate equality for women before it was even popular, and for helping our father join that thought. We start that way, but with my mom's urging and his love and devotion to her, he opened his mind. He wanted to be the provider, the sole provider of his family. He felt very strongly about that, and my mom said, I'm an independent woman, I have a mind, and I'm going to use it. And he respected that. And you were the reason that he was able to open to that. Thank you for creating what was needed. You created a temple, you created a couples club, you created programs within that organization, you embraced humanistic values, you were willing and daring to question the status quo, the way that you were raised, and you still kept a Jewish home, and it meant a great deal to all of us that we were raised in that context. Thank you for questioning a woman's place and for breaking economic barriers and becoming a millionaire in your own right, not just from our father's efforts. Thank you for standing up for and against racial division. You helped me know that I could stand up for what was right, even in the face of animosity. Thank you, Mom, for bringing a love of travel to all of us, for taking us to almost every state in the United States as children, into the Caribbean islands, and for sending us to Europe, sending me to Israel to work on an archaeological excavation. Who knew what that was? Right? And for believing in us, for sending Stacy to Japan, for giving us a passion for the arts, for giving us life-enriching cultural lessons such as theater camps, art schools, music lessons, singing lessons. I apologize for that. For charm school again.
I apologize for that too.
It was for my sister. Thank you for the love of the ballet. One of my absolute favorite birthdays was when you and Dad, knowing that ballet is one of my favorite things, took me to see Mikhail Baryshnikov and got us seats in the third row.
Wow.
I'll never forget it. Thank you for your passion for fine dining. It's clear that we love to eat. But you've exposed us to different flavors, and you always encourage us to try everything and to be open-minded and to understand how different cultures reflected who they were through the foods that you introduced us to. Thank you for that, and for being an extraordinarily good cook. Thank you for your passion for noble causes, for doing the right thing for those in need. Not only did you serve on the board of Kadima, but you continue to volunteer for its most contribution to the world, even after you lost your son. Thank you, Mom, for taking in Jeff Gomel. When I was in high school, a boy that I barely knew came to our home and was sitting in our living room in the middle of February, and he had holes in his shoes and he didn't have a winter coat. My mom and I tell the story differently. She makes me the hero and I usually make her the hero because in fact she was. She took me aside and she said, how come he doesn't have shoes and how come he doesn't have a jacket? And I said, his mother is mentally ill and his father is an alcoholic. And he is not obviously being well cared for. She went to him, invited him to live with us, and he lived in our home through the rest of high school, and she helped him facilitate his education. He finally did graduate from high school, and at my high school reunion, which my mom just coincidentally happened to stop by, it was a very strange occurrence. She was at an event right next door, and we ran into each other in the bathroom unwittingly, and she saw that young man after not having seen him in years, and he proudly told her that because of her, his son graduated from U of M with honors, went on to get a doctorate in philosophy, and is a professor at Brown University.
Oh my God.
And that's my mom's influence. This thank you list can go on and on. So let me try to wrap it up by saying thank you for loving your children and your grandchild. I'm sorry, there's only one.
Me too. Me too. That's my problem.
Thank you for loving your son-in-laws as if they're your own sons. Thank you for helping us navigate the hard times, for standing behind me when I needed to make a very big life change. You never doubted that I could do it, and I was terrified. And you stood right behind me and made sure that I could move on with my life and stand on my own. Thank you for sharing us with us so generously. I'm sorry. Whenever we've been struggling, you've been there, and whenever we've been happy, you've been there. You're always ready to party. You have a smile as big as the world.
That's where I come in.
Thank you for maintaining your loving friendships. You maintain your friendships with the people you knew in New York, the first people you knew when you moved here, the people you knew in Livonia. You don't shake people. You keep them in your life. Thank you for smiling and dancing and living life to the fullest to this day. I swear to God, you look like you're 65.
I second
In about 40
that.
years, maybe I'll look that good. Thank you, Mom, for leading the way. You help us to create lives with open hearts, open minds, and a passion for giving back to our world. We respect you. We learn from you. We want to be like you when we grow up, which may happen at some point.
And it may not.
Don't hold your breath. We love you, Mom. May all your days be as bright as you make ours. Please raise a glass to our beautiful mother, to Claire. Happy birthday, Mom. We love you.